guys, today I'll be doing the furry friend tag, and before I start talking about anything else, I just wanted to show you my furry friend first because I don't think he'll be staying here much longer because he's very, well, he's not particularly cuddly. So here is my furry friend. Oh gosh, he already wants to go. Here's my furry friend if you haven't seen him yet. This is my dog. Hey, say hi. Oh, he doesn't like to be on camera, but if you want to see more of him, check out my Veterans vlog that I published about a week ago, because I do have quite a few footage of him in there. And yeah, I'll now put him on the sofa here, and hopefully he'll stay here for a little bit longer, or you know, just go. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, today I'll be doing the furry friend tag. I'll start by Aida, who has a blog called Lippy Hippie, and I'll link it down below. And yeah, I guess I'll just go through the questions because this is what tags are about. By the way, if you haven't figured it out yet, I'll be talking about my dog today because he's my only furry friend. So let's start with the first question, which is, what is your pet's name? His name is Benji. He got this name from his, I guess, first human mom when he was born, and we decided to keep it. We would probably name him something else, but I don't know, we liked Benji, so we decided to keep the name. The next question is, what kind of pet is it and what breed? Well, obviously he's a dog. And the breed is called Coton de Tulier, just white fluffy dogs who have very soft cotton-like hair, I guess, so this is why the breed is called like that. And they originate from France and Madagascar, because I guess sailors brought them from France to Madagascar, and on the island they became the royal dogs. This is all the dog history I know, so this will have to do. So yeah, I'll just go on to the next question, which is, how long have you had your pet friend? We've had him since April 2010, so for pretty much exactly 4 years now. How did you get your pet? It's actually a really interesting and long story. I've always wanted to have a dog, but we never had one for 3 reasons. The first one was that we were living in a very small apartment until I was 16 years old. The second one was that my mom was against it, and because of the, you know, responsibility. And the third one was that my mom, my sister and I are allergic to dog hair. So having a dog was kind of out of the question. But then in 2010 we went to Australia to visit our relatives, and when we arrived there, there was a dog waiting at the door, and we had no idea that they had a dog, and my mom freaked out and wanted to go to a hotel because, you know, she has really bad allergies and asthma, and she said that she would die if she slept there. And our relative told us that we shouldn't worry because Jackson, which was the name of the dog, is like a mix between a poodle and a shih tzu, and is hypoallergenic. I think that's how it's called. But basically you can't be allergic to him. So yeah, that happened, and then we stayed at their place, and none of us had allergies. The dog was sleeping between me and my sister, and eventually he also started sleeping in my parents' bed. And yeah, we didn't have any problems, so that was kind of why we started looking for a dog as soon as we came home. We came home on January in 2010. At that time we were already living in a house. So yeah, my sister and I and my dad, as soon as we came home, we started looking for a dog, a hypoallergic one, of course. And then my mom actually showed us a photo in a magazine with no intention of, you know, trying to imply that maybe we should get that dog. But we kind of fell in love. It looked really cute, and we started looking for puppies right away. And a few weeks later we saw that new puppies have just arrived, and we went to see them right away. Sandra and I just had a winter break from school, so we actually, my dad had to go to this work thing one day during the week, and we went with him very early in the morning because the place he had to go to was very close to where Benji was born. And yeah, we went with my father to his work thing, and then quite early in the morning we called the owner to ask if we can come see the puppies, and she said yes. We're actually already waiting in front of her house like creepers. But yeah, we're very early there, and we went to see them right away. And that was when they were only a few days old. We're kind of the first new owners that came to see the dogs. All the puppies, were available at that point, so we chose the first one, and we decided to go for Benji right away because he was very small and tiny and looked very fragile. So yeah, usually they say that you have to pick like the biggest and strongest puppy, but we didn't do that. So yeah, that was pretty much the story how we got him. When we came home, we just told my mom that we kind of have a dog almost, and she freaked out a little bit at first, but then she went to see him when he was still at the old place to check out if she would be allergic or not, and she didn't have any problems. So yeah, 2 months later he went home with us. Next question is, how old is your pet? He is 4 years old. He was born on February 2nd, 2010. What are some quirky things about your pet's personality? Oh my god, there are so many. My dog is such a special dog, like literally, because I don't know how to explain it. He doesn't behave like a dog. Well, first of all, one of the things that is most interesting is that we have to feed him with our hands, and he doesn't eat dog food. So we have to cook meat for him and buy him special, expensive things. Yeah, he's a very special dog. And the fact that we have to feed him with our hands is, I don't know how to explain, but probably, when he was born, he was very little. His 2 older brothers were alright, but there was also another puppy that was born after Benji that died, and Benji would probably die as well if his human mom didn't take such good care of him. She told us that when the puppies were eating, his brothers were always pushing him away, and he never really went on to eat by himself, so she always had to feed him. Not to get too philosophical over here, but I think that this still has a lot to do with how he wants to eat his food. Like I guess he thinks that he needs to be fed with hands. So that's that. And another reason why we actually feed him is because he has problems with his stomach and his sugar levels and stuff like that, and he has to eat 3 times a day. So because he is not a big eater, we kind of sometimes have to force him to eat 3 times a day, and this is why we are feeding him with our hands, because if he wouldn't eat 3 times a day, he would get sick. So yeah, that's one of the quirks that he has, I guess. And then another thing is that he just loves to walk. All he wants to do is go for walks. He would be the happiest dog in this world if he could walk all the time, probably. And then another interesting thing is that he doesn't really play with his toys. Like, he's never interested in toys, and even if you throw him something, you know, sometimes he does run to the toy, but usually he never brings it back, or maybe he brings it back a couple of times and then he gets tired of it. So he's not a big toy player. And then what else? I don't know. He doesn't like to cuddle too much. He's kind of independent, or maybe selfish, because he only wants to cuddle with you when he feels like it in the night time. And sometimes when you're sitting on the sofa, he comes to the sofa, you have to lift him up because he actually doesn't know how to jump on the sofa, which still doesn't make sense to me, because he knows how to jump off the sofa and he jumps on much higher fences and stuff. So I don't know what his deal is, but he sometimes just comes to you and you have to put him on the sofa and he just cuddles. These are some of his weird behavior patterns, I guess. Okay, moving on to the next question. What does your relationship with your pet mean to you? He's obviously a part of the family. He's like our little baby, and he's the only one that sometimes listens to me, which looks really funny because he's turning his head all the time when I talk to him. And yeah, I just really love him. I think our lives would be really boring if we didn't have him. I said I don't know how he feels about us. He only likes us when he wants something from us, either a treat or you know, a walk. Otherwise he can be quite, I don't know, he can put his ignorance mood on, I guess. Number 8 is, what are some of your favorite pastimes with your pet? I don't know, I mean, I just spend a lot of time with him, I guess, but usually we're at home, and as I've said, he doesn't really like to play, so he's just, you know, there. I loved watching him when we were in Val Thorens, when we took him to the snow, like down to the ski slope, because he had the time of his life. He was running around like crazy. He loves snow, by the way, and yeah, he went mental, and it was really funny to watch him, so that was quite fun. This question is, what are nicknames that you call your pet? Well, I usually call him just Benji, but sometimes I call him like short or weird versions of his name, like Bench or Benjolina. Weird, I know. Stuff like that. And sometimes I call him Fluffy or Mr. Fluffy because he's really fluffy, actually, yeah. So that's that, I guess. I hope this video wasn't too boring for you, but yeah, that's basically the story about my dog. In case you wanted to know a few extra things about him. I'm sure a lot of you already knew about him because I always post photos of him on my Instagram, and those of you that didn't know him before, he made quite a few appearances in my recent vlog video, so I guess you got to know him before this video, but now you know a few extra things about him, and I hope you liked the video. If you did, as always, please give it a thumbs up because I really love that, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new to this video. Yes, that is basically it. I don't know what else to say, so I'll say goodbye and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!